It's FIF Sportsman. It's Lamont. We are back with another podcast episode, man. And today we got a crazy story out of the NFL. And this is a story that's been booming all over media headlines and YouTube, even amongst smaller content creators. Is basically the situation with Aaron Rodgers. As you all may know, Aaron Rodgers, or may even not know, Aaron Rodgers recently tested positive. He tested positive for COVID-19, and that was on Wednesday. And he's considered unvaccinated by the NFL and the NFL Players Association, and he's currently right now on a 10-day minimum quarantine that will keep him out of Green Bay Packers game Sunday versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And so, now, some of the details that initially unfolded on this situation basically indicated that Aaron Rodgers simply lied to the NFL about his vaccination status. Now Aaron Rodgers is coming out to speak in defense of some of the accusations being thrown his way. Now, I definitely respect somebody speaking publicly, coming to defend their name and their honor, because there were a lot of people, if you look at Jay Williams, there were a lot of people in the media that said he was completely lying to the NFL. And if that is true, even I said, if you did lie and the NFL finds out you lied, that is deserving of a 3 to 4 game suspension. I even said that. I think if the NFL does investigate this and they have their own findings and they do find that he lied, there should be a heavy fine and suspension involved in this particular case. But Aaron Rodgers recently, in a 46-minute appearance on the Pat McAfee Show, he said that he was allergic to an ingredient in 2 of the approved vaccines, the ones produced by Moderna and Pfizer, and this is known as the mRNA vaccines. He confirmed that he underwent a treatment designed to raise his immunity and appealed to the NFL to be considered vaccinated, but lost that particular appeal. So because he lost that appeal to the NFL, and the NFL did, according to new documents that are out, they did know that he was unvaccinated. I think we can clear up that aspect of the situation. It started, as details start to come to light, it's starting to look as if the NFL was very well aware of his vaccination status. And again, this is also why he's going through the full quarantine process of a 10-day minimum, potentially 10 to 14 days. Now, when I listened to the initial video, I wanted to hear exactly what Aaron Rodgers said, aside from just reading the excerpts. And in listening to what he said, and I think Aaron Rodgers deserves to be called out on this, he took unnecessary shots at Kyrie Irving, and in an odd way, actually went at Kyrie Irving's intellect and intelligence. And again, I'm going to let you guys hear what he said. I'm going to play the full clip, and I want to see if you guys picked up on what I also heard, right? Aaron Rodgers really going at the intellect and intelligence of Kyrie Irving, because we all know what Kyrie Irving's going through as an unvaccinated player. We all know everything that he said in the past. We all know, how he's perceived in the media. But again, when I heard this, I felt it was an unnecessary shot, not just Kyrie Irving, but it was extremely disrespectful, as that Aaron Rodgers was really trying to sneak this and go at Kyrie Irving's intelligence. I'm going to play the clip. I want you guys, again, see if you can pick up on some of the details that I picked up on. Let's go ahead and roll the clip.
It was simply the fact that I have an allergy to an ingredient that's in the mRNA vaccines. So on the CDC's own website, it says, should you have an allergy to any of the ingredients, you should not get one of the mRNA vaccines. So those 2 are out. Had there been a follow-up to my statement that I've been immunized, I would have responded with this. I would have said, look, I'm not some sort of anti-vax flat earther. I am.
Okay, now we heard that right there. I'm gonna run it back just a few seconds because he said I'm not some sort of anti-vax flat earther. In a conversation that's not about flat earthers, why is that being thrown into the mix here? Again, I think we know why. I'm gonna run it back and then we're gonna finish with the entire clip. I want to run it back one more time. I want you guys to hear this.
Anti-vax flat earther. I am somebody who's a critical thinker. You guys know me. I march to the beat of my own drum. I believe strongly in bodily autonomy and the ability to make choices for your body.
Aaron Rodgers said he's someone that can think critically. He's not an anti-vaxxer or a flat earther. I can only deduce that he's simply discerning that people who are anti-vaxxers and flat earthers cannot think critically. Again, I want to run it back one more time. I want you guys to hear. I want to see if you guys are hearing the same thing. Maybe I'm blowing this all out of proportion. But again, I think I know what I heard, and I think I know the person that he's trying to allude to. We're going to run it back one more time. I want you guys to hear this. Again, this is Aaron Rodgers with an uncoerced diss towards Kyrie Irving, his thought processes on COVID-19. And again, as however you feel personally about Kyrie's decision, whether you're for or against it, you're entitled to that. But again, in this particular context right here, and you're dealing with two people who ultimately did not elaborate on what did he mean. Who is he aiming at it when he talks about anti-vaxxers and flat earthers, and then immediately follows that up saying that he's a critical thinker, as that people who believe otherwise are not critical thinkers. I think that alludes to getting on someone's intelligence, and I think everybody knows who he's alluding to in this particular context. We're gonna run it back one more time.
So those two were out. Had there been a follow-up to my statement that I've been immunized, I would have responded with this. I would have said, look, I'm not, some sort of anti-vax flat earther. I am somebody who's a critical thinker. You guys know me. I march to the beat of my own drum. I believe strongly in bodily autonomy and the ability to make choices for your body.
And there you guys have it right there. Aaron Rodgers in his response on his 46-minute appearance on the Pat McAfee Show. In addition to saying that he was allergic to an ingredient in 2 of the approved vaccines, the ones produced by Moderna and Pfizer, he also detailed to everyone that he appealed this to the NFL, and the NFL rejected that appeal and listed him as unvaccinated. So the NFL was aware. But in this response, instead of just sticking to those key points, he wanted to distance himself from the likes of Kyrie Irving, because when we heard Jay Will and Stephen A. Smith have their conversation, we heard their conversation. We heard how Jay Williams went at Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith is a huge fan of Aaron Rodgers. He did not throw the same venom that he threw at Kyrie Irving and his unvaccination status as he did at Aaron Rodgers. And again, there are still many who believe that Aaron Rodgers completely lied to the NFL about his vaccination status. So with all of those conversations taking the headlines on social media, we now have Aaron Rodgers appearing on the Pat McAfee Show, making a statement, not only trying to separate himself from the likes of a Kyrie Irving, but he alludes to Kyrie Irving in a very sneaky fashion by saying anti-vaxxers and flat earthers. And I think anyone with a brain can discern who he's referring to. He also doubles down on all of this and says, I can think critically, as if people similar to Kyrie Irving, who is a flat earther and is an anti-vaxxer, cannot think critically. And this is something that I saw Max Kellerman also do on ESPN. And he alluded to Kyrie Irving being unintelligent because he was a flat earther. And that seems to be one of the common trends in the media right now, where people who think outside of what the common norm is to go at their intelligence. That was a show where, because Max Kellerman's slander towards Kyrie Irving was so denigrating, even Stephen A. Smith had to stop Max Kellerman and say, hold on, you need to roll that back and you need to apologize, because just because he's a flat earther doesn't mean you can go at his intelligence. This is the same exact thing that Aaron Rodgers just did in a more sneaky fashion, because again, Kyrie Irving wasn't the topic of the conversation, but in these types of talks amongst sports and unvaccinated players, Kyrie Irving is one of the leading candidates to speak on in regards to those matter. And I think Aaron Rodgers, again, I definitely did not like what he did when he went at Kyrie Irving in this particular fashion. It was extremely sneaky, and it was a diss that was uncoerced, unprovoked. You didn't need to throw that tidbit in there to simply go at Kyrie Irving, distance yourself from the way he thinks about the vaccine or what any other unvaccinated players feel about getting the vaccine or just simply being unvaccinated. Again, I want you guys, let me know what you think about this topic. Man, when I heard that, I said, how did this fly by so many people and it's not going crazy on social media right now? Aaron Rodgers with a sneak diss towards Kyrie Irving, going at his intellect and intelligence, similar to how Max Kellerman of ESPN did the same thing, and even the likes of a Stephen A. Smith. Many people feel that Stephen A. is one of the biggest problems in sports media with regards to attacking these players. Even Stephen A. Smith had to stop a Max Kellerman from going down that avenue of calling the brother unintelligent simply because he was a flat earther. Aaron Rodgers takes the same frame of thinking. I'm curious to see how the media addresses this. Once this particular topic starts to explode, maybe it won't explode. Maybe here at FYF Sports, we're the only ones that really dove into his statements and picked it apart in this particular fashion. You guys, I want you to let me know in the comments, what do you think about this particular topic? What are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers? Do you believe what he's saying, that the NFL was informed on his vaccination status? Aaron Rodgers claims that he appealed to the NFL to list him as vaccinated because of the immunity boost treatment that he received, and the NFL rejected. They considered that appeal, but they also rejected it and went ahead and listed him as unvaccinated. So I think some of the things he did a good job of clearing up, but the unprovoked diss towards Kyrie Irving, again, that cannot be looked over, because once again, we have someone else calling Kyrie Irving unintelligent, simply based on his way of thinking. It's different from the norm. Again, we have even been critical of Kyrie Irving, but I've even stayed away from going down the lane of calling a man unintelligent simply because he thinks on a different level, or he thinks separate from what's popular belief is. But you guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this. This is going to be a big topic that we're going to speak on when we go live tomorrow. Make sure you guys hit the like, hit the subscribe, comment down below what you think about this issue. Share the video, because we need everyone jumping in the live stream tomorrow to speak on this particular topic. It's going to be the main topic of the day, and I want to know why no one is calling Aaron Rodgers out for this particular nonsensical statement. Like I said, the unprovoked diss at Kyrie Irving, calling the man unintelligent, not being able to think critically. Hey, it's FYF Sports, man. It's another great podcast episode. We'll be going live on Saturday after this video drops. All right, make sure you guys hit that notification bell. Follow us on IG and Twitter so you know exactly when we go live. And when we do go live tomorrow, it's going to be a crazy one, because I know a lot of people are going to want to chime in on this particular topic. Hey, but it's FYF Sports, another great podcast episode. We'll be back with more sports and news. But until then, it's FYF Sports, and we out.
Big on the set, what they said, play. So I skip straight ahead to the bread part. Top out, I'm cool on the chick chain. Fuck with the kid, know I got to get paid. Big on the set, what they said, play. So I skip straight ahead to the bread part. Top out, I'm cool on the chick chain. Fuck with the kid, know I got to get paid. Keep it real with you, I've been in the field in bucket, half an onion, and that pack smell like a funyun. Trump be beating, shit be humming. You can hit me round the corner before you ever see me coming, and they know just how we coming. Pants drumming, she gon' bust it open way before I finish thumbing. I can put you on some paper, proper play, and teach you something. Got my stones on Himalaya, know I'm out your sucker ducking. Ain't no need for that discussion, niggas bluffing with the game. About to build a couple million, came with nothing but my name. I'ma twist it, flip it, stick it like a bop it. Tell them stop it, all them haters out of pocket. Let me plug it like a socket, baby. Big on the said what they said, part. So I skip straight ahead to the bread part. Top out, I'm cool on the chit chat. Fuck with the kid, know I got to get paid. Big on the said what they said, part. So I skip straight ahead to the bread part. Top out, I'm cool on the chit chat. Fuck with the kid, know I got to get paid.
Wave, tell me, can you slide for a real one?
Slide for me, slide for me.
Can you slide for a real one?
Can you slide for me, slide for me?
Can you slide for a real one? Can you slide for a real one? Baby say I make her nervous. Maybe cause I'm real nigga on the surface. Maybe cause I'm 10 down where the turf is. Don't get lost in those facades on the guys. You know ain't nobody perfect. I just put the work in, I know what my worth is. I'm living lavish, I'm flossing, bossing a bag and up cash off the passion. Out here with my niggas, AV to the casket. We reckless, stay in your lane. I'm on gas till somebody cut the brakes. Cutting off these haters in the heads of the snakes. You're spinning the plan, bitch, you catching on late. And she just sent the emoji, say she wetter than a lake. So I better not flake, take a break, say word. Hit me when you through with that shit, then we can shift again. My schedule been clear. These niggas see me, they mad like I'm one of their peers. I put that on Sita, so I'm sure it's abundantly clear. I'm hella big on the said what I said shit. Eyes low off the legal in the red web. Put the leg room in the roof gone. Man, I came a long way from them deals off the Groupon, right?
Big on the said what they said, part. So I skip straight ahead to the bread part. Top out, I'm cool on the chit chat. Fuck with the kid, know I got to get paid. Big on the said what they said, part. So I skip straight ahead to the bread part. Top out, I'm cool on the chit chat. Fuck with the kid, know I got to get paid.
Keep it real with you, I've been in the field in position. Yeah, yeah. I've been trail, you can tell by how I feel when you with me. Yeah. Tell me, can you slide for me? Can you slide for a real one? Yeah. Tell me, can you slide for a real one? Yeah.
With the black man, the original name. You might think of the medicine style.